everybody. Hey, can y'all see and hear us? Or I guess we can't really see and hear you.
There we are.
We're trying to figure out whether or not our volume is good and whether or not we can see.
We can be seen, I think is.
Well, whether or not we can see your chatting. So we're having some trouble, technical difficulties, but hopefully that will remedy itself here in a moment. But I guess if we're asking you questions and we can't see your answers, it's pretty pointless.
We'll figure it out soon enough, I'm sure.
So, but we can hear ourselves like this.
Well, yeah, but there's a big delay on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Once again, we're not very good with technology. It's not a bad delay.
All right.
But anyway, welcome to our Ustream chat. It's been a while since we've done one, but we are getting ready to release our new album, Life at Best, and so we're going to be doing one I think we're doing one every Friday for the next few weeks until the record comes out. So this is kind of the test episode, if it's not obvious. I'm sure we'll have it all nailed out by next week.
And the good people at Best Buy let us do this in their acoustic guitar room here in Minneapolis, so that's pretty cool. It's not every day you get to go sit in a room surrounded by beautiful guitars.
Yeah. And the Best Buy headquarters is actually right next door, so it's really nice. Some of the people came over and hung out with us and helped us set up this Ustream that we are having a little bit of trouble with, but.
And you may or may not notice that the drum room is right on the other side of this wall, so I don't know if that's coming through or not.
Sounds like they're tuning some drums over there or something. Yeah, so this is the Ustream that we're going to be doing for the next couple of weeks up until our album release. Our two main purposes are to answer any questions that y'all have, which we're trying to get that working right now, and then like we've done before, we'll play some new songs acoustic and
try not to look too foolish.
Yes, and try to play well.
So far, we're still working on the not looking foolish time.
And we talked about Life at Best. We talked about Life at Best.
Not in detail yet.
Life at Best, August 16th. The record has 14 songs on the album, which we're extremely proud of. We recorded 15 songs for the record. 14 of the songs will be on the actual physical release, and then there will be a 15th song that you'll be able to get through exclusive downloading kind of things. And also, I think The Room Goes Dark, the recording of that will be available, as well as Me and Jack, which is a song that we recorded back when it was supposed to be a part of the Level record, and we ended up taking it off the Level record time-wise for specific reasons, just for time-wise on the record. And now we get to put it on an exclusive release for Life at Best. So this album's kind of one of those albums, like, it kind of comes full circle for us. A lot of these songs we wrote back when we were doing Level. Some of them we wrote when we were in the middle of recording Jet Black and Jealous. And some we were, wrote right there in the studio while we were recording Life at Best.
Yeah, we really had, like, something like 50 songs to go through for this record, so it was, it's not every record that we've had that we've got so many songs to pick through and to look through, so we narrowed it down to what we think is the cream of the crop, and I think a lot of these songs, like Mike was saying, a lot of them are older, and we're just excited to finally get them on records and finally get them out to the fans to listen to.
And we just found out this week that Crazy Girl went gold, so thank you to all the fans.
Yeah, we're up around like 600,000 downloads, which is amazing. That's a dream come true for us. As a band, as long as we've been doing this, a gold record is always one of those like goals that you kind of have up in the air, but you don't really know. I don't know exactly what it means or what it feels. Like it's 500,000, but that seems like such a daunting number. So it's pretty sweet when they told us that we had reached that. So thank you so much, because we only account for 4 of those.
I actually downloaded it.
Okay, more like a dozen.
Yeah, maybe closer to 20. Sorry. Yeah.
But those of you who have been, with us for a long time, and those of you who have been with us the last 2 years, I think as things continue to grow for us, y'all are our foundation. Everything that we continue to do in this band, everything is going to, kind of be built on your shoulders, and everything that, you supporting us now is helping us continue to, continue to be a band.
So we really feel like this record we made is a good representation of I mean, partially because of the songwriting. The songs span back so many years, but it really represents what we've been doing, for the past 10 years. And, still the four of us getting in the studio together and sitting in a circle and, just getting our music out there. And, we hope that y'all enjoy it as much as we do, because we're really, we really are passionate about the music we make and do our best to make sure it represents, who we are and who we've always been.
And a lot of y'all that have been following us for so long are also literally following us on like Facebook and Twitter. And I think it was yesterday we asked y'all if you'd send some questions that we could answer for you on this Ustream. We printed up some of them, and I think we're just gonna ask and answer them.
Phil, while we do this, do you want to help us see if you...
Why does my head look twice as large as everybody else's? Is that true to life? Am I just...
Here's Phil, our
Phil Haney,
tour
our
manager.
Phil, wave hi.
Oh, good.
He had to make sure his tattoo was there. Really? All right, so are we gonna ask these questions?
I'll start here. Well, because I'm not gonna answer it. One of the questions off of Facebook, I think it was, is what's the story behind our song Guinevere off the Jet Black and Jealous record?
Guinevere is a song that James and I wrote with a friend of ours, Scooter Caruso, who wrote Jet Black and Jealous on Jet Black and Jealous record, as well as we co-wrote a few songs on the next record as well. But we kind of had this idea about this fan of music. I think us as musicians, the reason we got into this whole band thing was because we were fans of music, and music kind of helps us, get through our lives. I think there are a lot of people out there, and I'm sure some of you, music kind of gets you through some really hard times in your life, and that's kind of where the idea started. And when we started writing the song, I kind of had this Guinevere idea sitting around that, was kind of comparing the struggles of, that whole iconic story of Guinevere and King Arthur, kind of comparing, today's struggles with what they were going through in that in that story. And so that's kind of where we started with it, and ended up being one of personally, it's one of my favorite songs to ever be a part of writing. And so I know that it's been a huge song for us live, and a lot of you, the reason it even got released to radio, while we were in the middle of switching labels, it was a big deal for us, and it really made a huge impact for us, switching labels and knowing that no matter what happened, and the business and the industry side of what we do, we're always going to have our fans there to back us up and say, hey, we're still here and we're still listening. And so, we needed that, I think, at the time. So there's your story.
All right.
To make a long story short.
What is one song that each of you have on your iPod that would be a surprise? I was thinking about this while Mike was telling that short story.
And you got to call me out?
Yeah, no. Recently I was walking to we were at a show, I don't remember where it was, but I walked to a gas station and heard Jungle Boogie come on. It was like at the gas station. And I downloaded it on my way back to the bus. And that's it's always been like a go-to happy song for me. Like, listen to Jungle Boogie and give it 3 minutes and try to be in a bad mood. It's nearly impossible.
I would think the entire Avenged Sevenfold collection is on my thing to rock out.
On the darker side
on
of
the
your
darker
iPod.
side of Thompson.
I kind of have the same story as John. I was listening to my iPod on shuffle, and Sir Mix-a-Lot came on. And I realized that I probably need to go through my music library and change some things.
Instant classic.
Yeah.
I can never usually put my iPod on shuffle because it'll go to like Spike Jones Christmas, and it'll just be like these crazy Christmas songs, and everybody always turns their head and they're like, what the heck is that when that comes on? So
If you ever want to know what is on James's iPod, come to our tour bus around 3 a.m. on any given night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
anywhere,
if that invitation needs to be
no,
made
sorry.
necessarily.
Anywhere within 100 feet of the outside of our tour bus, and you'll still be able to hear whatever is on James's iPod.
What
Is
else
that a better
do we have?
invitation?
All right, next question. How does it feel to have your first certified gold single?
Awesome. So cool.
I can remember going first to studios and up to Nashville, and you go in these offices and you see these records hanging on the wall, and you're like, man, that's an awesome goal to be able to achieve that. And so I think we were all envious from the day we first saw a first gold record or a platinum record or whatnot.
So it feels really, really great to
Yes.
make a long story short.
So we're all really excited here in a few weeks. We're going up and getting the actual plaques and doing the presentation, which really kind of drive it home. Like right now, it's just kind of a number and on paper, but we were all kind of joking around about where we're gonna hang our plaques on the wall.
And we've been so busy, we really haven't had time to like sit down and just celebrate. I mean, we've been on the road and flying around and playing around and here so much recently. We gotta sit down and have a beer.
I think over the next few weeks, I hope it won't be weird, but I'm going to be wearing our gold record on my neck as a necklace. I hope that's okay.
I'm making mine a belt buckle. What else we got here? What is your favorite song from the new album, Life at Best?
I think we all kind of have our own favorites. John, you want to?
It kind of switches. It seems like I don't know, I've been kind of digging the song "I Love You." It's a song that Chris and I wrote with Kyle Jacobs and Lee Bryce, and 4 dudes sitting in a room writing a song called "I Love You" was interesting, but it was great. It was just like the simplest idea of why you love someone, and when you find the right person, that just kind of feels so right. It feels like that's what you're supposed to be doing, and I just like the simple message of that song.
I got "How Quickly You Forget." It's a song that has kind of like a '90s grunge feel for us, and I know it sounds weird for a country band, but that was kind of the era we were all in high school, and that was some of the music that a lot of us listened to around that time. And it's neat to have a song on one of our records that really represents that.
I think for me, it kind of switches. I think I'm going to pick 2 songs, if that's okay. Even if it breaks your heart.
It says
One.
Well, I'm picking 2. But my first one is "Even If It Breaks Your Heart." I think it's we didn't write it. It's a Will Hogue and Eric Paslay tune, which are both good friends of ours that we write with, and we've loved the song for a long time. And it's kind of one of those tunes that really kind of feels like for us, it's kind of telling our life story and kind of tells the story of following your dreams. It's pretty impactful for people like us and anybody that's out there kind of taking a chance on what they do. And my second favorite, or probably one of my first favorites with "Even If It Breaks Your Heart," kind of switches around. It's "War on a Desperate Man." It's a song that I wrote with a friend of ours, Blue Sanders. And it's one of those songs that I kind of feel like, as a songwriter, I'm incredibly proud of. And it's a song to me. I had a random person come up to me the other day telling me that that song already, even though it's not even on the record yet, he said he goes on YouTube and listens to it all the time, and it's one of those songs that just kind of helped him through some really dark times. And I mean, as a songwriter, that means a lot. I think anytime our music is helping people with their lives, it's makes you feel like you're doing the right thing. So "War on a Desperate Man" and "Even If It Breaks Your Heart" are it kind of seesaw for me.
Well, it changes every day, but I'm going to say a song called "Say Goodnight," and that's kind of like the power ballad of the record. I mean, when we recorded it, it was stuck in my head. And now that we're starting to play it, in sound check and starting to get it ready to play live, it's just been stuck in my head like all day long. So, but it does change every day for the most part.
You got that?
Yeah, I wasn't. I'm sitting on my bass drum, and it didn't look like it was appreciating that. So.
Who is the messiest guy in the band?
I hate to say it, but I think we all are pretty messy. I think we kind of do our best at trying to keep each other clean.
Wow.
I'll
That
take the
just
next
happened.
question.
Moving on.
Uh,
What was one of your most memorable concert experiences, John?
wow.
I'm gonna shut up for a little while.
I remember the first big concert. It was like a little road trip for my friends and I in high school. Was going to go see Dave Matthews Band in Kansas City at Bonner Springs in the amphitheater, and that was just so cool. Like that feeling of freedom and just getting away, like spending the night. I think that was like the first overnight trip my parents let me take, driving somewhere, and that was just
Nerd.
so cool too. It was like half a lifetime ago, but that was it for me.
Cool.
That's
Yes.
yeah.
James, you
All
got
right, let's see.
I was gonna say Aerosmith when I was like 14 years old. The best I remember being a kid going to concerts. You had like curfew at 10 and like Almost Famous style. You had to be out front. for your dad or mom to come pick you up, and
And I'm the nurse.
whether the show was going on or not. So
Alright. What do you love most about your new album, Life at Best?
that it's coming out on August 16th.
Yeah.
Finally.
Finally.
That's a great point because like we finished this record a year ago, so we've been sitting on it for that long, waiting to get this music out there. So I mean, yeah, that's totally legit, man. I mean,
I like it because it's also in the same vein as everything we've always done, and we've had the same producers and the same, we write our songs, and so it's not like a crazy departure from what we've done. It's there with all the rest of.
I think as time goes on, like we really also kind of continue to, come into our own. I think even with our very first record that we recorded in, our friend's, basement, or was it basement? It was upstairs, wasn't it?
we were in
It's all over his house.
Basement
We
and
recorded
upstairs,
upstairs.
yeah.
Chris and I were downstairs.
Yeah. So, anyways, but ever since then, I mean, as we've made every record, we've learned more and more, and we've kind of become more and more creative in the studio. And I think that every record we make, we kind of evolve into more of who we are. I think that even back then, as organic and as rocking as it was, even now with Life at Best, we kind of feel like this is the coolest and the best record we've made. And I mean, we're incredibly proud of the entire record. I think from the beginning to the end, we feel like it's music that hopefully everybody will love. Every song on the record, not just the singles or stuff that's on the radio.
The next two questions kind of look like they sort of work together. It says, who's your favorite country star and who influenced you musically as a kid growing up?
I know for me, one of my favorite country stars is Dirk Bentley. Like, he's a guy that we've had a chance to play with a little bit, but he just did it the right way. Like he, went out there and hit the road and just kind of the same way that we did it. But a lot of respect for the career he's had.
Well, I have a lot of favorites, so that's kind of tough. But my all-time favorite is probably Don Williams. Always has been. And he's also been, I think, a huge influence on me as a songwriter and as a singer for sure. I'm a huge fan of Jack Ingram. Always have been. His past music and his present music. I think he's an incredible performer and an entertainer. So, those are definitely two of my big influences.
I grew up in kind of the rock world, but about the time I started ending junior high and into high school, I just couldn't get enough of Garth Brooks and George Strait, so yeah, those are mine. And of course Willie and Waylon, the boys.
And the boys.
Do you write any of your songs?
Yes,
We write a lot of our songs.
Yeah, we write the majority of our music, but we're also, we're fans of music, and so, like I was talking about, the Will Hogue, Eric Paslay song, Even If It Breaks Your Heart, it's a great song, and we were honored that they let us put it on our record, and we're just fans of great songs, and so we're not ever opposed to putting outside songs and songs that are that move us on our records, but we do actually write the majority of our records.
Who is the one that gets the most antsy on the bus?
I'm gonna say James Young gets pretty antsy on the bus.
Jimmy Shakes.
Jimmy Shakes.
Give me a couple week run and I'd start going a little stir crazy.
I get antsy when I'm not in the bus. Like we woke up this morning in Albuquerque at 4 a.m. and the whole day until we made it to the bus, I was just like, gotta get to the bus. Please get to the bus. Whatever it takes, get to the bus.
I get antsy when we don't have like projects to do throughout the day. Like if we're just sitting there staring at the TV all day, it gets old.
Which doesn't happen very often.
No,
these
it
days.
does not these days.
We should
Oh.
Ustream more often.
Many projects.
Where was the first place that you played as a band? That was at the R Bar in Denton, Texas, which consisted, I think, the first 30 shows of our career were all at the R Bar in Denton, Texas. We started we were all in college at the University of North Texas, and so we started playing the R Bar pretty early when we first started the band.
Somebody put favorite memory in Denton, Texas, and
Oh,
that
yeah.
was one of them doing those shows and being on Fry Street.
I think one of
I think we played every venue in Denton, I believe.
I think one of my favorite memories is after hey Phil, we got a
Gun to screensaver.
we got a screensaver. One of our favorite memories, or one of my favorite memories, is after a late night of drinking in Denton.
You remember those?
Well, I was coming out of class, and I remember I couldn't remember where I parked my
Do
truck.
you remember class?
Wait.
Yeah.
After a late night of drinking, you were coming out of class. Go ahead.
Coming out of class, yes, and wondering where I had parked my truck the day before because I couldn't remember. And sure enough, I hear an alarm, and my truck is being towed away
Nice.
right in front of me. That was pretty surreal.
Right. Do you have any pre-show rituals
Ustream chats?
for tonight? I think we sort of taken about an hour and just calm it down before the show, so we can, I guess, maybe get kind of psyched up for the show and really bring it. But we never really had some sort of crazy ritual that we do or anything.
We're gonna have to make one up one day, but mainly we just kind of sit quietly on the bus and hang out, the four of us. So I think that's always really important. It's kind of the calm before the storm, kind of gets you psyched up before the show.
Absolutely.
If it's real crazy right before a show, I know me personally, kind of, I get a little weird before a show if it's kind of go and you don't get a quiet moment before. So
Yeah, sort of take a deep breath before you go up there and do it. But yep, I guess that's a wrap on that. Some of you may know that we did a contest that just recently ended for our song Crazy Girl. We had y'all send in videos of yourselves singing and playing Crazy Girl, and I think there were something like 70 plus entries or something like that, thousands and thousands of views, and it was really exciting. We had a couple favorites. I know all of us we went through a ton of videos, and all of us, knocked heads about who we liked and, who we didn't like and all that kind of stuff. So.
And we watched every video. I think it was kind of cool because as time went on, we got to watch. We watched a lot of them on there, that even weren't a part of the contest. I think there's some people that would actually cover it without being a part of the contest. But it's pretty cool because people were getting creative, and it was really hard for us to choose. And so we were kind of glad that it was really left up to the fans, so that it can be.
We would have picked 4 winners. I think,
Yeah. So
4 different people. There are a lot of great ones. Joseph won. He had almost 30,000 views on his. He shot a real cool video. I know for that.
and he got creative with the song too, and had a great voice, and so he's going to come out to Billy Bob's in Fort Worth and sing the song with us live.
And we've never really done that with we've never gotten to pull a fan up on stage to do a song this way. We'll probably run some stuff with him in sound check and then get on stage later that night and have him sing and play along with us. So,
Yeah. And he gets a PRS guitar. He gets a Starla, that's what James plays. They make some killer guitars, and they've been great to us. So it's
You
you can watch that on your phone, huh, Phil? Ah, there we
Look
go.
at that.
Creepy.
Oh, that looks pretty good. Let me see that.
It's also right there and right there.
Yeah, I know, but that's more high res than that one.
Crazy.
Girl.
Moving on.
That's crazy,
I think we were gonna play some songs. Is that?
We
Yeah.
should at least do one at a time.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of Crazy Girl, I guess we will play it at some point.
Let me just grab a random guitar off the wall here.
Let's do. We're gonna play a few songs, if that's all right with y'all. We're gonna do one that we haven't played live before. So we're debuting a song tonight. If that's okay with y'all.
Sound very smart.
That's not the song. That's just him.
All right. So this is "Say Goodnight." Simple. The sun still hanging in the sky, night. And I know there's things we need to do, but I just wanna draw the blinds and say goodnight. Oh, won't you let me pull you into me? Go wherever all these kisses lead. Turn down the bed, turn down the lights, and say goodnight. What's the point of trying to pretend that we don't wanna just give in? Why are we holding on to this day? Let's just let it fade away and say goodnight. Oh, won't you let me pull you into me? Go wherever all these kisses lead. Turn down the bed, turn down the lights, and say goodnight. Baby, I don't want you wait. I just wanna hear you say goodnight. Oh, won't you let me pull you into me? Go wherever all these kisses lead. Turn down the bed, turn down the lights, and say goodnight. Boom.
Life of Best, August 16th sounds a lot better on that record.
That was our first time to play that, pretty much in front of anybody.
Especially in the acoustic room at the Best Buy.
Yeah, that's
So we that'll be on the new record, and that's a song co-written by John Paul White, who is part of the Civil Wars, which we are huge fans of. And we fell in love with that song, and we're really happy that it's on the record.
Are we gonna play 3 in a row? Or is that what we're gonna do?
I would guess.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think that sounds like a great idea.
Excellent.
We'll play 3 in a row, and then we'll like talk for a little while.
Yeah.
3 in a row.
3 in a row.
Well, if we play the single, don't leave.
So I know a lot of y'all are asking questions on the stream. We finally got it pulled up, but here in a minute, once we finish playing and once we get through all the questions from Facebook and all that, we're going to be talking, and we'll answer as many of those questions and talk as we can. You know, I can kind of talk sometimes. Every now and then.
We can play music better though, I think. So let's start there.
So, we're going to play Crazy Girl. Somebody asked, have you played Crazy Girl yet? Nope, we're going to play it right now.
Well, not right this second.
Yeah.
Right.
But not right meow.
Yeah.
Baby, why you wanna cry? You really ought to know that I just have to walk away sometimes. Gonna do what lovers do. Gonna have a fight or two. But I ain't ever changing my mind. Crazy girl, going nowhere. Silly woman, come here, let me hold you. I told you lately, I love you like crazy, girl. Wouldn't last a single day, probably just fade away. Without you, I'd lose my mind. Before you ever came along, I was living life all wrong. Smartest thing I ever did was make you all mine. Crazy girl, don't you know that I love you? I wouldn't dream of going nowhere. Silly woman, come here, let me hold you. I told you lately, I love you like crazy, girl. Crazy girl. Crazy girl, don't you know that I love you? I wouldn't dream of going nowhere. Silly woman, come here, let me hold you. I told you lately, I love you like crazy girl. Don't you know that I love you? I wouldn't dream of going nowhere. Silly woman, come here, let me hold you. I told you lately, I love you like crazy, girl. Like crazy. Oh, crazy girl. Like crazy. I'm reading the someone says they're a lot drunker live.
So we're live right now.
They must have caught a drunk show.
Yeah, we've had a couple of those.
So, how about we take a request? Everybody close your eyes and wait for the request to go up, and then the first one you go to. Man, let's go.
The fight.
Is that the one?
Let's go.
Is that the first one?
First one I saw. Now it's
All
moving
right.
fast. Move fast. Move fast.
Alright, so we can do the fight, and then we can do, let's see. There's a lot of them.
Fight.
Alright, well, the fight came up again. Alright, let's do the fight. So, this was not how you planned it, no. Oh, you don't understand it. Why is it so misleading when all you really wanted became so defeating? Time, well, it only got harder. Thought you had one, but it was another. Then you believed in a breakthrough, but took you by surprise when you came out a fool. You gotta fail 1,000 times before you see it through. You gotta stand your last dime before you ever make a million. You gotta know what brought you here. You gotta lose to persevere. But it's the way the sun will rise through the darkest night. Yeah, it's always been You gotta lose to the persevere, but it's the way the sun will rise in the darkest night. Yeah, it's always been worth the fight. Yeah, it's always been worth the fight. It's distracting because as we're playing, I'm actually reading some of y'all's comments. So I had to ask James if we had gotten to the second version.
It wasn't you forgot the words, just
Well, I was reading.
forgot where we were at. Yeah.
Well, you tend to start reading and people arguing about things and stuff. Things and stuff.
And things.
And maybe we'll play another one to close it out at the end if y'all want to do that. You never know.
Stick around. Never know.
I'm gonna trade you for this. Did I take your guitar? No, cool. I was throwing some guitars around back there.
So,
Oh wow. So we were gonna take some questions. Do you guys use a chiropractor? That is a great question because I would like to see a chiropractor right now. Being hunched up and everywhere.
We have a good friend of ours is a chiropractor, and so every once in a while he comes out to the shows.
when he's at a show, we all go see him for sure.
Yeah, but we don't regularly see a chiropractor.
There's no one on staff. That'd be nice.
How do y'all like Louisiana? We love it, of course, but what are y'all's thoughts on when fights break out during your show or while you're playing?
In Louisiana specifically, or just in general?
Well, is there a difference in a Louisiana fight?
It's always a bummer when the fights break out, and very seldom, but when it gets out of hand, we'll stop the show, and it's no offense to the people that are involved in the fights. I'm sure that they're there and they love our music, but you know, it's one of those things that, you know, we're not huge fans of that happening during the show, and so it's you know, when security gets rid of them, it's, you know, something that's got to happen, and you know, people are paying good money, you know, hard-earned money to see us play live. And
Well, it's a bummer when you have to stop the show for that because, like, it's front and center to us, but we kind of realize that in the larger scheme, you know, maybe like only 20% of the crowd realizes what's going on, and so we stop the show just for that little thing that's going on. You know, like everybody's going like, why? And it's unnecessary, but it happens.
There's one for Mike. How was it playing the Houston Rodeo?
well, there's a whole thing on YouTube about it that's somewhat embarrassing, but you know, I grew up going to the Houston Rodeo, and my first concerts were all at the Houston Rodeo, so it was a big deal for me when we got to headline the stage there. So it felt great, you know. It was one of those moments where you know, I felt like all the hard work and everything that we put into this thing, and you know, all these dreams that I've always had, it, you know, was kind of culminating right into that, you know, that one moment. So
And that is the largest crowd we've performed for.
yeah,
60,000.
yeah. So it's a big crowd.
It's a huge crowd. I was freaking out during sound check.
So let's see. Okay, so personal lives. Who's married? Who's Crazy Girl about? Do you enjoy play? Okay, that's all one question. Who's married? There you go. Who's Crazy Girl about? You'll never know.
What we've realized is that it seems to be about lots of people. I think that's part of what makes it a great song is, you know, both guys and girls will come up and say that song's about my wife or my girlfriend, or that song's, you know, you wrote that song about me, and that's what we love about it. It's not you know, specifically about one person. I don't think. I think we all have a crazy side, and that's a good thing.
I didn't know our bar's gone.
No, either.
I know it was going to be sold, but I didn't know they were going to change it.
That's a bummer.
That's a bummer.
Really, Andrew? Which one is Eli Young? I will personally kick your ass.
Anybody else want to answer that for us?
He never shows up to shows, that Eli Young guy. So what bus pranks are epic in EYB?
We had a good one the other day, but the people who we did it to still don't know that it's happened.
So maybe we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's your favorite place to play in Missouri?
Belmont Club is cool.
Yeah. I would have to say Beaumont Club.
Yeah.
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 Which
Yeah.
one is pink?
Nice. Even better.
Funny.
Good
funny.
reference.
Are you excited about the Margarita and Salsa Festival?
Yeah, we love playing Waco. So the Marguerite, we played there last year, and it was great. So it's gonna be a good show this year. So you should come out.
Justin, what, Gary Allen's on it too?
Yeah.
And that's going to be
And
great.
I think it's gonna be a huge show. I think there's gonna be 3 or 4 acts. So.
And lots of margaritas and salsa.
And the Blue Note is one of our favorites as
Awesome,
well.
yeah.
So
Totally
my
awesome.
mind kind of went blank for a little bit.
I
but
think the
Blue
first time,
Note-
we played with Ragweed there? The first time we played there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was such a cool show, yeah.
played there in the Granada Theater.
It was a fun run.
What is your favorite song of yours to sing? Since I'm a singer, I guess I'll answer that. I don't know. It changes. I think right now, "Say Goodnight" is one of those songs I can't wait to play live because vocally I get to, do some cool things. But "Everything Is You" is fun to sing, and so is "When It Rains" and "Small Town Kid" are 2 of the funnest songs to play live. And they have been for a long time, but "Crazy Girl's" kind of become the biggest part of the show. So
Before it passes by, I want to say, did you enjoy playing Indiana? And that was that last week? We started Old Door together, but that was last week, right?
yeah,
Yeah, that was a blast. And I think, we tend to get asked and talk about like the Houston rodeos and like the really big shows a lot. But some of the most fun shows we have are a lot of the smaller festivals and fairs, because the people that come out there
it's correct.
are really passionate about seeing live music and don't get someone to watch every week. And so it was a great crowd, and it was hot, but it was a ton of fun.
And, yeah,
In terms of toilet paper,
Yeah.
are you a water or a rapper? I've never really been into rapping.
I don't think I've ever analyzed it that much.
Never analyzed that?
This is forever on the internet, John.
Well, what?
Zombies. Nice.
40,000 fans are waiting to see you at the B100 birthday party September. Awesome.
Sweet.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Will you come to Denton soon? I live not too far from Denton, so I go there for lunch all the time.
Here's
But as
one.
far as being a band, and I'm sure that we'll be there soon.
My dentist is in Denton still, and I've got an appointment next week. So yes, I will be coming to Denton next week.
We got what's next on the current tour, and actually probably the biggest thing that we got coming up is we're doing our CD release week. We're starting in Denver, but we're doing all the rest down in Texas, and we're excited about that. We wanted to make sure that the week our CD is out, we're down in Texas, playing for the fans that have always been there and have always supported us, and so we wanted to make sure that we spent all our time down there. So we got shows in Amarillo, we got shows in Spring,
Mm-hmm.
we got
You
shows
said Denver. This is Billy Bob's.
Billy
But
Bob's.
Denver's in a different state.
Yes, Denver's in Colorado.
Well, there's seven total, so I want to.
Okay.
There's actually 50 states.
but only one.
I only have 2 hands, man.
Corpus.
Corpus. We'll be in Corpus.
Austin,
San
Fort Worth.
Antonio.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's 7-ish. And all the shows are it's a $10 ticket to get in, and then it's $10 for the CD, and then we're doing like a special one-time run poster that's special to each show that kind of has like the landmarks in the city and stuff.
Yeah.
Fun design, so
they're
you get-
cool. They're done like an old, almost like 50 style or whatever, and they're really cool looking, very unique. Like John said, they're limited edition, so they're specific for each show.
Yeah.
And last time we had an album come out with Jet Black and Jealous, we included the CD in the ticket price for the show. But as we found out, the rules have changed over the last year and a half, and you're not allowed to do that
This gets
anymore.
really interesting. Hold on.
It's the
Yeah.
business side.
The industry business people said that you can't do that anymore, so we had to separate them. They have to be, the ticket has to be one thing and the album has to be another. So just so you know, that has nothing to do with us.
So it's a cheap ticket price. We're playing a full set. We're not just like playing a few songs to the new record and getting off stage. But so you're getting $10 for a show, and then $10 gets you a poster and a signed CD.
Which is, those of you who follow us on Facebook and Twitter have seen, like, the past, 2 weeks, we've been signing somewhere around 6,000 CDs or something like that. So
we're getting ready.
yeah, we're gearing up for this thing.
And then the shows that week, we're going to be pulling out some music that we hadn't played in a long, long time from some of the older records. And then you know, every show is going to be different. We're going to be playing some of the new songs at some shows and some of them at other shows. So every night will be, you know, completely different.
Which is exciting for us too. Like Mike said, some of these songs we haven't played in a number of years. So we went through the old catalog and found some ones that
And we hope to practice them soon.
yeah.
This is a good heads up about that.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And also, speaking of old songs that are going to be new again, The Room Goes Dark, which is a song that James and I wrote with Mondo Signs a long time ago, quite a few years ago. The acoustic version of that song, the acoustic demo that we did, has been available on the website for free for the last few weeks. But it's only 2 more days, I think, for you to be able to get that for free. And then after that, I think it'll be available as like an exclusive download somewhere on the internet, probably on iTunes or something. They, you know, wherever. But it'll be somewhere available on the internet. And then, but for right now, you can get it for free for 2 more days. So, and that's, you know, a thank you for those of you who, you know, have been with us, you know, from here on back. That, you know, as we move forward, hopefully, you know, everything will keep moving, and that's hopefully whatever. I can't talk. I'm done.
Can anyone play the accordion? No.
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
Play San Antonio. Ooh, we haven't
Yeah.
thought about that one.
Someone put a Down on Padre in there. Look at that.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we played Down Padre. The Falling is going to be on the new record, so we'll probably be playing that in some of the CD release shows. So
Here's to you. This is a good list we should be.
Yeah, we should be taking note.
If only it was written down somewhere. Oh wait.
do you want to play one more song before we head out? You wanna
Sure.
play-
We know one more song.
Yeah, what do we got?
Let's play Skeletons.
Skeletons. Woo.
Alright, Chihuahua. Y'all cool with another song?
Yes. Yes.
Mike, I don't know if that was the guitar.
Yes. Yay. Yes. Yes.
Do it.
Whoa.
Was that the guitar you were playing? Or did you speak?
I moved that one. Okay, cool. Awesome. Skeletons is a song that James and I wrote with Sean McConnell, who is an incredible songwriter. And this was a really cool song to write because it, you know, we wrote it really quickly and ended up, you know, it's become kind of one of the favorites of the live show. So this is Skeletons. 1, 2, 3. Cross my arm is that old age stain. God, I wish I could erase her name. Reminds me that I'm the one to blame. Used to think the rules are made for breaking. Now I question every road I've taken. I regret every heart I've forsaken. Here's my confession. The mistakes I've made, the common You told me you say it's okay. You say you still want me, but you don't know where I've been. I'm no stranger to my sins. You say you don't know where I've been. I'm no stranger to my sins. I've got skeletons. I've got skeletons. I've got skeletons, yeah. I've got skeletons.
Awesome.
There it is. Thank y'all very much for participating in our Ustream once again.
Thanks to Best Buy for having us in here and letting us use this cool space. This is fun.
It's kind of funny, there's a big window here, so as people are shopping, they're walking by wondering
wondering why they can't buy an acoustic guitar tonight.
And don't forget, we're going to be doing this for the next 3 weeks, every Friday night around this time. So tune in.
We'll see you next Friday.
Thanks,
Bye, guys.